sound check. Sound check. Can someone say something?
Saying something.
Sure, we're
Okay,
saying
I think
something.
our video's up
We're
now.
talking.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So hey everybody, welcome back to Sunday Update. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's May
It's
30th.
Sunday. It's an update.
It is May 30th.
Exciting things are happening.
Yeah, well, the first exciting thing is that everybody gets to make fun of me because I didn't make my picture today. Even though it's a long weekend and I probably should have had the time, I didn't.
We can go through our teams.
That would actually be great in the absence of a picture. Cam, do you want to start? Since you just
Sure.
got off stream. Sorry.
Yeah, who's on my team? Let me pull up my list so I can remember. So we got Samurott. Oh, and
That's the
I'm
sashimi
doing
one that I was talking about earlier, right?
that you thought was a legendary.
Yeah. He looks cool, man.
He does.
He does look like he could be legendary.
Yeah. So I got Samurott. I've got Excadrill. I got Chandelure. I have Archeops, Scrafty, and Galvantula. And they're all fully evolved. I'm about one move on each of them away from being exactly where I want to be. So I've employed the Sirmina strategy of trying to keep everyone at the same level.
Is it?
I won't
Is it
interrupt
worth
you,
it?
Because I
Is it worth it?
I want to hear about Sirmina's team.
I would say it is worth it because like they're all about level 45 right now.
Okay. That's good.
There was a while where Samurott was actually way under everyone because I was like, I don't want to keep using my starter. I want to get everyone else leveled up. And I was like, oh, I need to actually level. So everyone's pretty much 44, 45 at this
Very
point.
nice.
So I would say it's worth it because at this point it's just like the team is so diverse with typing and with move sets that I need everyone to be pretty much the same so that when I get to the E4, I can be like, okay, you're going to be the best one against this situation, things like that.
Hello, dog.
Yeah, so I'm just missing 5 moves at this
Very
point.
nice.
Show me
Yeah.
your moves.
Very nice.
Show me your moves. And I'm trying to think through how I'm going to make Black 2 different because I don't want to use any of the same teammates.
Really?
Yeah. Which means that I've really screwed myself out of a lot of extremely strong good Pokemon.
You have some pretty interesting options, let me tell you.
Yeah, what's your team like?
So I, at the last time that I stopped streaming earlier this week, I reached Driftvale and my team is around level 27. So I have the Sirvine. Still have the freaking Audino, just kind of hanging out. I have a Girder now because Kesha evolved into a Girder. I have... God, who I have a Braviary named Captain Falcon. Because I got a Braviary on Monday, which I was actually really lucky to have got that because I looked at it later. I looked and I was like, oh, why was this Braviary just kind of chilling here randomly in the game? And it was like, oh, it's only found on Mondays in the Desert Resort. And I was like,
whoa.
Nice.
This is great. So I actually got rid of Tranquil and put on Braviary on Monday. And Braviary was at level 25. He almost KO'd my whole team, but I got him at the last second with a Great Ball because he's got he's got Home Claws, he had like Aerial Ace, Wing Attack when I got him, and Home Claws increases accuracy and attack. And he also has an ability that if you reduce any of its stats, it will automatically increase attack. So...
Jesus.
What?
So
Wait,
I almost got my
what if
fucking
someone
KO'd.
decreases your attack?
It
Then
increases it.
So it just negates it?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
What happens
somebody
if...
has like Intimidate first go, it just increases it right back up.
What about something like Burn?
I don't think so. I think it has to be like a direct impact to your stats. So
The real catch
Burn
is that
gets
he's a
around it.
special attacker.
Because
Yeah.
I found one day, there's a difference in the code between a stat stage change and a non-stat, because I think burn is not a stat stage change. It's just
not quite.
It just affects your, yeah. I still don't totally get that. I'm gonna have to look more.
Like your base attack instead. So like instead of it like impacting like your stat on your Pokemon, does it just like instead go to like half of what the base power is for the move you're using?
I think so.
Is that what it targets?
Something like that. Yeah.
That would make sense to me. If it's not going to impact directly like your stats.
Yeah.
No. So.
That's why you just need Facade. Then you can just negate it.
That would be great. So I have the Braviary. That's what, 4? I think.
I think so.
So Sirvine, Braviary, Conquador. I still have the Audino. I had a Sandile that I got on Monday as well in the Desert Resort, which I eventually trained up to a Krokorok. Sorry, I do this.
No, it's all good. I was just trying to make sure I could actually do that with my thumb.
And then at the very, very, very end on Thursday in Driftvale, because you guys know Driftvale is where like Team Plasma had their hideout in Black and White.
Yeah.
Well, when I go there in White too, and Cam, you'll have a very similar situation, which is why I'm stating that you're going to have some choices. I got En's Zorua. So that's the 6th member of my team is a Zorua right now.
Zorua?
I don't know what that is. I don't think I've battled N with Zorua.
It's the whole thing.
The whole thing. Cool.
It's a dark type. So I think eventually I'm just going to end up completely getting rid of Krokorok.
That makes sense.
/ Bonnie.
Is Krokorok?
Oh, it's that thing. Krokorok is dark ground.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of it's the counterpart of Vulabi, which is flying dark. Yeah. I guess it's not total opposite.
I think in Black 2, that's what you get is like Mandibuzz to my Braviary.
I don't know what Mandibuzz is either.
And then I have a plan for my next stream.
Oh, that's Vulabi's evolution. Got it.
So my team has kind of been through it this week.
Yes.
Because, well, whatever. I think it was Monday that I did that Alessa.
Thanks.
Electric Gym?
Yeah.
Alessa.
That was no. I know that Alessa is the electric gym. I can't remember which day I did it, which is irrelevant.
Oh.
But
Let's see.
now I've got a Zebstrika.
Oh, I love Zebstrika.
The speed is real.
Yeah.
Speed is real.
Great.
And now I have a special move for like niche enemies. Like basically everything.
Special move?
Yeah, like a special. It's a special damage, so not physical damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was everything else that you had physical?
Well, his attack stat is higher, so I kept prioritizing keeping physical moves, and then no, I have special moves on other people, but on the Zebstrika. I now have fully evolved Embor. Right.
Nice.
That's the name?
Embor.
Yeah.
Embor. Heat Crash is so great. It's awesome. I just body slam everything.
It's so silly.
I still have Boldor. I still have Petalil. Who else is on my fucking team? Oh yeah, I have Cat, the Purloin. And I have a Stoutland now.
Nice.
So my cat and my dog are all the way up. They're all grown up. And everybody else is doing good. I have tried desperately this week to do the Sirmina model of leveling up and get people up to snuff. It is way easier in Gen 5.
Yeah.
Because but what I'm doing, and I don't know if this is like really how it's done, or whether I'm sort of iterating on it. But I tend to leave one sort of behind and then take a route to catch them up. Because when they're underleveled, they gain so much if they have the extra share on them.
It's a really good idea to do that.
Yeah.
There's a trainer tips like sign somewhere that explains that. They're like, lower level Pokemon will actually get more experience when leveling up against higher levels, as opposed to higher level Pokemon which get less. So they do go through that. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because like we had seen it.
Yeah.
But they do actually reference it.
It is very cool that they introduced that concept.
One of my favorite Pokemon to catch up was Petalil. Because I had just hit this nice zone where it had just learned Magical Leaf, so I had actual damage. It already knew Leech Seed, and it just learned Giga Drain. So
very nice.
Any enemy I came across, because I think I was also in this area with a lot of like rock and ground Pokemon, I was just like, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, like survive.
Was it Twist Mountain?
I might have done that in Twisted Mountain. It might have been earlier. I can't.
We're there, yeah, a while.
Yeah. So anyway, it was either that or Charge Stone in a zone where I kept hitting all these Bouldors. Because the Joltics suck when you have a grass type, but when I hit the Bouldors, I was just like, Giga Drain! And they would just die.
Joltics suck against grass?
Because they use Bug Bite.
I thought grass was supposed to be strong against bug. Is it not?
Are you saying that if he's using a grass type and he's facing a Joltik, it sucks to face a Joltik that's being super effective on his grass type?
Bugs are strong against grass.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Grass resists electric.
Okay.
So you don't get that as a risk, but you get bug bitten like twice and it's over.
So I actually have a good number of counters for grass types then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have 3.
Very nice work.
I hate grass types. Passion.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still have yet to finish Ruby, but that's a whole other story.
Fair.
A whole other story. I mean, Sirmina is doing really well.
Yeah,
nice
one grass type is probably fine on the team.
Just one. That's all
Just
you need.
one.
All you need.
I don't think... Have I had a grass... Yeah, Lotad. Into Lombre. That's the last time I had a grass type.
Is that the last time?
Yeah.
My God. This is Gen 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's only 2 gens ago. That doesn't... Just in my head, that was in March.
No, it was a long time ago. It was like the last time that any of us had an electric type on the team was Gen 3.
Manectric.
Yeah.
I don't think I have plans for one for this gen either.
There's some good electric types. Like Joltik.
I have a spreadsheet that I thought of because I was like, I need to plan this out. And no, I don't have an electric type planned.
You don't need an electric type.
I have a grass type.
I have a grass type. It's pure grass. The only thing I might change about my team is that Petalil might go to the box. Because I got this grass poison guy. I can't remember who he is. But I caught him.
Grass poison.
Yeah.
It's not a Venipede, right? He's bug poison.
Bug poison.
No, it's not Venipede.
Grass poison. Oddish.
And I caught him, and I looked at the typing.
No, it's not going to be Oddish.
And my
it's
brain
Gen
was
5.
just like, Bulbasaur. So I, might hang on to him. And it learns Giga Drain, so I could use the same tactics that I've been using.
Grass poison?
In Gen 5.
Fungus.
Yes!
Oh!
I caught a fungus.
And then a Moongus.
I caught a fungus.
Okay.
I named it Amogus.
Oh my god, of course you did.
And
so when it evolves into an Amoongus.
Yeah, its name will be Amogus.
Among Us. God, so terrible.
God.
Ugh.
The only grass poison type in Gen 5.
Mm-hmm. They've already had enough Gens 1 through 4. They said, we can't keep producing them like this. Yeah.
Every other grass Pokemon is a grass poison.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess kind of makes sense. It's just also annoying.
And then you look at the ones that are poison types, like either only poison type or like dual poison that's not grass with its duality, and you're just kind of like, dude, they are so weird.
Yeah.
Grimer.
Yeah.
I would say one of my... I realized recently...
Trubbish.
Shrubbish is a weird Pokemon.
And then Garbodor.
Yeah. Also just an absolutely gross sprite.
Yep, there's some gross ones around there. Out there.
Is Trubbish the one that hits with like... There's something it has that lowers your special defense and then it hits with Sludge Bomb or something?
I was thinking about Sludge, but some kind of acid?
Astro Acid? No, that negates abilities.
It's something acid, I think. It's not acid armor because that's something else.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we're going to Google the Trubbish moveset. Or learn set. Moves learned. Gen 5. That would be Acid Spray.
Acid Spray!
Yes. That's a move. And lowers the target's special defense by 2 stages. Ooh. Very gross.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cool. It's only got base power 40, so you'd really be using it more for, like, the special defense lowering.
Yeah. Well, you hit with Acid Spray, and then you hit with one of your other moves.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Cat!
I know the feel.
Zoom
that
in.
Was amazing. That was a great reaction.
Thanks. He did something very similar earlier today. He was in absolute zoomy mode and he just jumped around and was losing his mind. And I know he did that on a work call earlier this week, and I was like, dude, can you please do it when I'm not on the phone?
Right.
But now is when I want attention.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, can't be now. Now he's eating.
Of course.
There you go.
Dinner part 2.
I did want to reiterate that I think Gen 5, the difficulty level of a lot of opponents, encounters, etc., is up this gen.
They definitely increased it after Diamond, Pearl, Platinum.
Yeah, Cam and I were talking about this the other day. Like, Chargestone was a pain in the ass to get through.
So long.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That, and then followed immediately by Twist Mountain.
Yeah, which sucks.
That was 2 streams.
You do have Skyla in between.
And yeah, but then you also have Celestial Tower in there too.
Yeah. Which
was that was so long.
Freaking ridiculous. I think I fainted at least once in all of those. I think I whited out in Chargestone, Celestial Tower, and Twisted Mountain.
Well, I kept sprinting back to the doctor.
Because that's like the way to do it.
Yeah. Because it was either faint and white out, sprint back, or just have no PP in anything. Right,
that's the other problem.
Because you would turn, and then you'd have an encounter, and then you'd take a step forward, and it would be an encounter, and you're like, I don't know.
Well, anybody who watched my stream from last night, I got into Twisted Mountain. I got through a bunch of the trainers. Mm-hmm. I got to the, like, I think second to last floor down or something. Or, like, right before the area where you actually, like, get out of it and can go do things with your life. And the... Shit, what was his name? The, like, ninja dude down there.
Oh, yeah. The
just
black
walks
belt.
up to me. He's like, oh, we're going to fight. I'm like, well, that's fine. Like, my team is full of nothing but fighting countermeasures. And then I realized that everybody on my team was fainted, except for Boldor and Petalil. So he drops the level 36 sock on me. And I was just like, well.
It's great, dude.
Which I thought, you know, I'll set up Leech Seed. I'll hit Giga Drain on turn 2. What are you doing, Brad?
Probably the best strategy for that, if you didn't have anyone else.
But I got one hit KO'd on the first turn, and then I had to put Boldor in, which is a rock type against a fighting type. That did not work.
Boldor has steady.
Sturdy.
I hate Boldor at this point.
I know.
Because of Twist Mountain.
You know what's great, though, Cam?
Smackdown?
Petalo? Well, yes. But you can toss out Leech Seed on the first turn, and then Giga Drain.
If you're lucky, you can have Scald burn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I took the strategy of using Scrafty, Headbutt, Lynch, and then High Jump Kick.
Nice.
High Jump Kick is the move, man.
Yeah.
Unless you miss.
And it does land a lot more often this generation than it did in Plat. Which is nice. It's very helpful.
When the developers are just kind of like, okay, wait.
Maybe this was... Like, it misses often enough to still be kind of risky. Like, maybe once every, 20 times.
I would love to be in the room, in the, coding meeting, when they decide whether or not Crunch should actually ever lower defense in this generation.
I've had it happen a few times.
Happened a lot more last gen, I can tell you that.
Sorry guys, my face has been off because as we talked about difficulties, I've been reading and skimming a ton of different things just to kind of get an idea of how does the internet feel about what is difficult and what is not.
Your face has been off? Is that what you said?
Huh? My eyes have been off in a way on another screen reading about what's been difficult. There is a general consensus, it seems, that Platinum is very hard relative to the other Pokemon games. Platinum's up there. There's just a lot of grinding you had to do. I mean, it also was very evident in our hours of gameplay that it took to actually defeat it.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Emerald is up there. Emerald is up there in terms of difficulty.
I'd believe that.
Black 2, White 2 are actually kind of up there, and I think part of it could be skewed by the fact that in Black 2 and White 2 they do, at the end of the game when you've defeated everything, you now get an option to do a hard mode or an easy mode and change the difficulty, and the levels can change. But I think that's kind of what's pulling into that difficulty ranking.
Black 2, White 2?
They introduced that concept in Black 2, White 2, where at the end of the game, once you finish everything, unlock post-game content, you also now have an option to go back to the beginning and do a new game and unlock and go from an easy mode where everyone's a couple levels lower, or do a hard mode, everyone's a couple levels higher than what you experienced in the regular mode that you played through. But that's only at the very end you're allowed to do that.
Maybe I found my Black 2 challenge. Beat the game twice.
Yeah, beat the game twice, then go on hard mode.
You beat Black 2 twice. Is that Black 4 then? Or?
And then also is a pretty interesting consensus is that X and Y are exponentially easier than every other game.
So my June should be chill.
We're gonna have very, very chill June, Peter.
Which is good, because I was talking to Cam about this earlier. I gotta catch up. and stay caught up.
Yeah. Sun and Moon are kind of like in the middle. I am finding Sun to be honestly very easy.
Sun. So that'll be interesting.
What am I playing?
Moon?
No, I thought we gave... Sirmina, are you doing...
You're playing
Moon
Ultra Sun.
I'm doing Sun, I'm doing Moon. Peter, you're doing Ultra Sun, I'm doing Ultra Moon.
Dope.
I'm doing the Cam...
Because we're doing Cam, we're doing the Switch ones in August.
Well, yeah, we're doing Sword and Shield.
Yes.
Which are so much easier than, like, anything else that we've been doing.
Yeah.
I found. Like, leveling is so much easier in Shield. Because everyone gets Exp.
Yeah, Sword and Shield are also kind of, like, down there in difficulty as well, of, like, these are not very hard.
That was one of the main complaints about the games, right? I mean,
they had that concept in Sun and Moon, so it's not brand new to Sword and Shield.
What, everybody gets Exp?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't mean that specifically. I just mean that a lot of people, when Sword Shield dropped, a lot of people were frustrated by how easy the game felt.
Yeah.
I think we'll get to Gen 8 when we get to Gen 8, but...
I'm glad that I finally finished Shield.
Yeah, before having to play through it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
I'll talk about
generally Gen 5 is up there in the difficulty ranking for sure. Gen 4 is absolutely up there in difficulty ranking.
It's interesting because I've seen a lot of people also talk about like Gen 4, Gen 5 as some of their favorite games. I think like someone was saying the big three, like, except they said, okay, this is what they said, and I do not agree with this. Can't get behind this. We'll experience why this is wrong later. But they say Black 2, White 2.
Are the hardest.
Fine so far. Plat.
Hardest.
Fine
Platinum.
so far. And see, my third there would be Emerald.
Yeah.
And they say Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
I do remember having to do a bunch of grinding when I was playing Soul Silver when it came out.
They're talking big three, like, favorite games.
Oh shit, sorry, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, sure, on the first two, I can understand that.
Why Gen... Oh, because Heart Gold and Soul Silver incorporate more than just Gen 2.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah, they
I don't think that they really...
them.
I don't know that they fixed, like, the leveling curves because of the way that, like, the game operates in terms of, like, which gyms you can really access all at one point, which ended up being, just nerfed, like, all, like, gyms 5, 6, and 7 to be the exact same leveling at the same time. I don't think they fixed that. I don't remember them fixing that. I think they kept the general gameplay. But everything else, in terms of, I think, like, movesets have generally improved. Like, y'all probably saw a huge increase in good moves in Gen 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which Soul Silver and Heart Gold are Gen 4 aligned. So, movesets got a lot better.
Part of it is the attack split.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right? Like, that alone makes a huge difference in...
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the physical special is no longer type-based.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the other thing that was really, really, really cute about Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I do not remember if they kept it afterwards or if they just totally nixed it, is that they did the same thing that they did in Pokemon Yellow, where your Pokemon will follow you around in the overworld.
Aww.
So you will see Cynthia with, like, her Garchomp in the...
Wandering.
in overworld, yeah. Yeah. Just wandering.
I started following Sinnoh ship posts on Twitter. And
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia is the topic of many memes. Because of how terrifying.
In what way?
Mostly how terrifying she is. Also, like, kind of how she's glorified. There's a lot of Cynthia simps.
There are very many Cynthia simps, but also, like, the team that she had in the Pokemon League was actually truly terrifying. I think it was, like, oh my god. Because in Gen 1, we had a varied team. Gary had a variety of types, and he had a lot of the really strong Pokemon of those types. Then Gens 2 and 3, we just had a monotype team, and it's just like, well, if you just have, like Gen 2, it was Lance and his dragons. Gen 3, it was Steven and his steel types, or Wallace and his water types. And then Gen 4, we come back to the variety, and it's just kind of like literally everybody who's just like a powerhouse in Gen 4 is on her team. Lucario, Garchomp, Spiritomb, Melodic, just kind of, it was a lot.
Spiritomb with no weaknesses.
Yes.
Yeah, Spiritomb with no weaknesses and pressure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Misery.
What am I going to sacrifice to get rid of this?
We have a hello in the chat.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I is here too.
Hello.
Welcome, Patrick. Yeah. But anyway, I've like gotten my ass thoroughly kicked this week on Pokemon White, which has actually been kind of fun. Like, it is nice when the game gives you a challenge. I didn't like it with Charge Stone because I felt like it's not really hard. I'm just, my team is slowly being like ground down into dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
But I did appreciate, like, going to Celestial Tower. I was like, all right, I'm just going to run this real quick. And then we'll go back. No problem. And then there were people in Celestial Tower who were like, that's cool. I'm going to kick your ass. I was like, oh, great. Cool.
Why you need crunch?
Well, I just walk up to the nurse, being like, "Oh yeah, it's the heal point halfway through the tower," and she's just like, "Harm assist." I was like, "God damn it!" I got KO'd by that nurse. If you missed my stream, because I had made it through. Who was it? We have a new subscriber that was helping me out the other day get through a bunch of stuff. And she was like, if you press B, the trainers in Celestial Tower will turn. I was like, what?
What?
Yeah. If you're standing in Celestial Tower and you press B, the trainers will rotate.
That's a thing?
Yes.
So you can rotate them so that they don't look at you, so you can just walk past them?
Exactly. And I was like, okay, well, I only have one Pokemon up right now. So I'm going to have to do that if I want to get up. So I did that, and I made it through, and I got to the nurse. I'm like, sweet, I'll heal up. And then
you walked up to her and pressed A.
Yeah.
Do you not have revives or potions or anything?
I had revives. I think I didn't want to use them.
I've definitely used more revives and potions of all kinds this game than ever before.
Yeah, me too.
Purely because things like Charge Stone and Twist Mountain, where you're just like, if I don't, I'm going to have to restart this entire area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that.
But in some cases I've just run out because I didn't buy enough. Or I'm like, I only have... Like, if I have 2 revives and I've got 1 Pokemon up and I have half of Charge Stone left, I'm kind of like, those are wasted revives. And I should really just try to restart it.
Yeah, especially because the second half of Charge Stone is all Plasma.
Yep.
And encounters. You're like,
and you start hitting more Bouldors, I think, at the end.
Of course.
At least Gigalith is pretty strong. to Boldor might be helpful in the long run. I'm looking at
Keep it
Gigalith.
around for a while.
Can you
Probably,
get Gigalith?
Nope. No, you can't.
Trade.
It's trade.
Yeah. I have my Boldor. He's evolved.
What's the
That'll
difference between stats of Boldor and Gigalith?
I mean, Gigalith's probably just better.
Gigalith has crazy attack and defense. Its speed is awful.
Oh,
Like
Boldor's
Rock?
speed is unspeakably bad. I think he's at
Like a
30
rock.
speed right now. I'm not even
Wow.
kidding. He's
Yeah.
like level 39 or something with like 30 speed.
Base stats of Gigalith: speed 25,
Amazing.
attack 135. Speaking of crazy high attacks and things and just stats,
Yes.
my Chandelure at level 45 special is 150.
Yeah, what the fuck? I saw that on your stream today.
Yeah.
Do you have a nature on it that has that as well as raised?
No, I think that I have increased speed, lower attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was
And
looking for one that did up special
Yeah.
and lower attack, and I was like, speed is probably more important.
Also,
And
at one point, Cam,
range.
sorry. You were talking about at one point that you couldn't tell you didn't know what nature did what, but you
Yeah.
can look at like the
The colors.
page. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure you knew that.
I figured that out
You too, Peter.
a really long time after I should have because of playing Shield, of using the Pokemon Home app
Yeah.
and looking at natures constantly and being like, what do they do? What do they do? I really should have put it together, but I didn't.
Wait, sorry, what?
Okay.
If you look at the Pokemon stats, one is red and one is blue to indicate which one is up and which one is down. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Wait, is red up, blue down?
Yes.
Okay.
You're just not sure.
Has not figured it out.
They did something.
I thought that was true, but I was... Okay, that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
nature affects one up and one down, right? Alright.
Or there's some that just do nothing, and that's your nature.
Yeah,
It's neutral.
like Sirius.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, the nature game is crazy.
I think
I
that's
caught...
why I didn't memorize anything, is the red and blue tinting.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't memorize anything either. I just have the chart. I caught like 6 Litwicks to find the one that I wanted.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I did catch a Litwick when I was in... Is that in Celestial Tower? Yeah, because he's a ghosty ghost.
Ghost Fire,
Ghosty Fire.
which is great for going up against... oh my gosh, what is it? Continue, and I'll remember it. Well, anything fighting.
Yeah, because
He just rocks. Yeah, and normal.
So, only because we brought up Sword Shield again. And because I have been playing Swish a lot, like in the background between streams and stuff and other things. Like, I get why people are like pissy about the games. Because it is definitely, I mean, like you said, Cam, Gen 8 does not hand you your own ass the way, like, Gen 5 does. And it doesn't even really make it very hard to get through, like, anything, except for if you're me and, like, don't remember what's effective against Dragon, and try to run that one Dragon gym with, like, a Gavantula for some reason. but...
Flygon.
It's, oh my god, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh boy.
But, it's got such a good post game. And there's like so much to constantly do that, I mean, I really enjoy it.
Oh my god. You have a scarf.
Sitting on my shoulder and the back of the chair.
She's like, this is not enough room. Goodbye.
Yeah, she said goodbye. She's over it.
Yeah.
But
oh,
yeah,
man.
that's what I've realized. Like, I think there's a trade-off there where the game itself is rather easy, but there's just so much content that you can get into after you're done with the game that it kind of balances out.
Even in the middle of it too.
Yeah,
like when the wild area and all the different raids that would happen.
Oh yeah.
I spent a lot of hours just in the area being like, what is this? This is incredible. Look at all these different Pokemon I can catch. Like the raid system. This is, easiness is one thing, but like content offering is definitely another.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer is great. Like, it makes it possible to actually play with friends kind of all the time. There's always new stuff to do. It's not... I mean, like, Noah and I did a bunch of those Max Lair raids. Cam, you and I did a bunch of Max Lair raids. It's just... There's, like, a lot of stuff that you can kind of constantly be doing. And after the game's over... which is what I'd kind of expect from, like, a game that came out, like, on a modern console this decade. But it's just cool that they leaned into that, rather than being like, oh, we have to make the same exact formula that we've been doing.
Yeah. They gotta stick to some things, but, like, there's other things that they have room to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that this is so minor, but in terms of just, like, content and just making it feel... Easier's not the right word, but in terms of, like, content-wise, just, like, finding items everywhere just makes it so much better to be like, you should go exploring wherever you possibly can.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing about Switch. Like, my backpack is just stuffed.
Yeah. Because they got rid of the item carry limit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to some degree, like, it's bad because you have so many items that you don't really, like, know even what you have necessarily at a certain point. But on the flip side, it's also awesome to just have, like, a surplus of stuff, and not really have to worry about, like, oh no, I used my one thing on the wrong thing. Except for the Master Ball, but you can even get more Master Balls.
You can. I think I have 7. Thanks, surprise trade.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous. I would never in my life have ever imagined 7 Master Balls in my bag. Ever.
And I'm not using any of them. Like, they're kind of just trophies.
Yeah.
You might want to hang on to them for the
Reggie stuff.
The Reggies and the Legendary Birds.
Well, I could do Zapdos in a max raid.
Yeah,
Portia told me about it.
Those are the original Legendary Birds. You can also catch the Galarian forms.
Of the birds?
What?
Yeah. The fucking
I should definitely hold on to all my Master Balls.
Moltres, they're all interesting to catch, and I'm not going to give too much away, but I will tell you that Zapdos is a Roadrunner, and you have to, like, actually chase him down as he's roadrunning.
Oh my goodness! Looking at a picture of them.
Yep.
Okay, I don't want to spoil anything else.
That Moltres is
incredibly
looking.
He was fun to catch.
Wow.
Had to go to the Isle of Armor.
Sense. All of their typings are phenomenal.
So.
Oh.
I still have not caught the Articuno.
The purple Articuno.
Yep. Because he's a pain in the
Beautiful.
ass.
It's a beautiful bird.
You have to do Seafoam Islands again.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do not say
Galarian Seafoam.
the name of those islands ever again to him.
I forgot about that.
Wait, so... Yeah, you keep blocking that. Never mind. I won't go there.
I keep what?
You keep blocking it out. You know, it'd be really fun to do once we finish all of the games and all the remakes. Play Gen 1 again.
Well, I mean, we have theoretically.
Actually.
There's been minor, light discussion on this point, but there is maybe some Let's Go stuff coming near the end of the year.
The possibility of it. I might get it just to try it out.
Nobody's excited about this.
What about Snap?
Snap.
When is the new Pokemon Snap content coming to VPP?
2022, you guys.
Hey.
Well, if the remakes are coming in on Black Friday, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice. And then Arceus is early 2022.
It's January
December's
28th,
the free for all.
right? I think it's somewhere around there. They actually did release the exact release date for Arceus. Yeah.
So then honestly,
actually,
December and January could be free for all if they run with it past November.
Yeah.
January 28th, yeah.
That is actually a good point that I forgot to mention. We did get release dates for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I don't know if... We didn't know those last time, right? Because that came out this week?
Yeah, that was this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that means that we are going to be able to do them in VPP. So, mark your calendars or whatever. Because November... we'll get to bring you some Gen 4 remake content.
They're coming out halfway through Gen 4. I mean, halfway through November, so...
Yeah. So, what might happen, this is not set in stone, don't hold me to this, is that we might do the Let's Go remakes of Gen 1 for the first half of November and switch over to the Gen 4 remakes in the second half of November.
See that being a possibility.
Wait, say that one more time?
What we might do is do the Let's Go remakes of Gen 1 in the first half of November.
Got it.
We might not make it through those, but that's fine, because whenever the Gen 4 remakes drop, we're definitely playing those.
Yep.
But I think we don't have anything on the plate for November and December right now, so...
It just says remakes to scheduled TBD.
Yeah. And I just reminded myself that we're all playing the remakes pretty much of the versions that we played in September, October.
Yes, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
God,
I'm really
I can't
looking
wait
forward to that.
I can't wait for you guys to experience Gen 2 remake. Because it very coincidentally, I'm not going to be playing... You two are going to be playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I will not be playing any of them.
Oh, that's actually...
And I know...
Yeah, but you're doing Leaf Green, and we haven't really seen any of that ever.
But it's just going to be very, very fun for, like, the probably the ones who hated Gen 2 the most.
I mean, that's true, because I think, Cam, you and I are probably the biggest Gen 2 haters.
Gold was terrible.
And Silver was equally bad.
Yeah, that was rough.
They were rough.
Crystal gets... I feel like you probably had a better experience because there are minor quality of life improvements in Crystal.
And
Got
some extra little bits.
Yeah.
I lost out on the Mareep, unfortunately, which was awful.
That sucks.
I got Teddiursa early, which was great. There were a couple of other things that were like crystal specific.
Whole Suicune storyline that actually like made the game come together in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Speaking...
But then, of course, there's also like the post Elite Four content where you get to explore Kanto, kind of like in an abridged version, and then Mount Silver, and then Red. But that's like a whole thing, and it's like,
yeah,
we just didn't get to explore that.
I had a question about the remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they 2 generations behind? So, when did Heart Gold Soul Silver came out?
Right after Diamond Pearl Platinum.
Okay, so those are kind of with Gen 4.
Yeah.
So, in those games, do we get access to Pokemon through Gen 4?
At one point, I think you're given access in certain parts. Yes. There is a, oh gosh. Do you want me to spoil it? I don't know if I want to spoil it.
You can spoil parts of it.
Spoil Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
It's not like there's like bits and pieces that are just like extra tacked on and in relation to what Peter just asked. You know how the Sapphire Zone in Gen 1 is by Fuchsia City? And in Gold, Silver, Crystal, if we were playing it all the way through, we would have also seen that the Safari Zone is still there, exists in Fuchsia City, but actually, like, we wouldn't have been able to even access it because I don't think there was, like, a reason to access it in the games. But in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they moved the Safari Zone to be next to Cyanwood. It's like a little extension of Cyanwood, and that is where you can get a whole bunch of different types of Pokemon. You could get like Manectric, Shanks, Zangoose, Lotad, Nuzleaf, Nosepass, Riolu. Like, you can get some. Yeah. You get access to some of them. Mm-hmm.
Because really, my biggest issue with Gen 2 is not the games, it's the Pokemon.
You're right, and so that's why they do a lot, I think, to fix it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. One, by accessing more than just Johto and Kanto Pokemon, but two, also in like the revamped movesets that come with Gen 4 and the extra.
Yeah, that might make it a lot more fun.
Yeah. Because most of the Pokemon in Gen 2, I remember having a lot of trouble giving them movesets with the TMs and stuff. I was like, I don't know what to give them. I can't figure it out. There's nothing good here.
Oh, but they're all going to still have the same TM gets used once.
Yeah.
Because that's a Gen 5 thing.
Gen 5, yeah.
Yeah.
That's been the nicest.
When we get to Oros, that changes.
Oros?
Omega, Ruby, Alpha Sapphire.
Oh, that's true. Because it was a Gen 5 thing.
Yeah. I think they allowed in Sun and Moon, if I remember correctly. There's like a handful.
That's been like the nicest thing. Because when I was doing Mistralton Cave, and I walked in, and it was like, you need Flash to go through this cave. And I was like, damn. Who can I teach Flash to? And it was like, Galvantula can learn it. I was like, okay, what does Galvantula have? 3 moves that are level up moves and a TM. And I was like, I could overwrite Thunder to give Flash. That seems like a waste. I was like, right, but I can just reteach Thunder. I can just swap back and forth, and it's fine. So I did that. And I used Flash to get through the cave left, and then retaught Thunder to Galvantula afterwards. But yeah, ran into Cobalion.
Ooh.
Hey, you sound like we're exploring and going, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea that was... I was like, there's a Dusk Stone in this cave that I need. And then I met the guy, and he was like, did you know about the legendary 3, like, forest protectors? One of them said to be in here. It's like, oh? That would be an interesting... Yeah, surprise! Cobalion's in the corner. That would be an interesting challenge for a game.
What?
Only run legendaries.
Well...
Just use your starter until you can find a legendary.
Oh my god.
And then catch the legendary, and then that's it. Then you can only use that one to find others.
In terms of who counts as a legendary, does Zorua count as a legendary? I'm trying to remember.
Pseudo legendary?
Is it a pseudo?
Because like I've run into Axu quite a bit at this point.
What's a pseudo?
Oh, speaking of, someone reminded me earlier because Teddy Ursa came up. Speaking of bears, I finally
bear took.
No,
they're non-mythical BT dubs.
I finally evolved my Cubfu into an Urshifu.
Nice.
Cubfu.
Oh,
nice. Okay.
Cubfu and Urshifu. So I picked the dark type, so now he's fighting dark. Big bear.
Big bear. Fighting dark is a great combo.
Yeah.
To negate that psychic weakness. Yeah. Flying is still rough. Fighting is still rough.
Yeah. Scraggy has a fighting weakness.
Yeah, which is dumb.
It's so silly. Why would they do that to poor Scraggy?
Yeah. My Scrafty is so tanky. Like, defense and special defense are, like, in the hundreds.
Nice.
So, Sirmina, where are you in White 2?
I ended at Driftvale, which would be my 5th gym. And I've been doing some off-stream training to get everybody to a good level because I realized how quick of a trip it was to go from Nimbasa to Driftvale. I was like, wait, there's like no time in between. And
it's just the bridge, right?
Strikes up like 3 or 4 levels. So I'm in the middle of training.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it on. I kind of want to train up enough so that I can take on gyms 5 and 6 together in one stream.
Do you go Driftvale to
where do I go? Where do I go? Mistralton, I think, is next.
Yeah. That was our 6th gym.
Oh, so you have to do Charge Stone.
Man, fuck Skyla. Oh, I do have to do Charge Stone.
You have to do Charge Stone, then Skyla. You have to do Charge Stone, Celestial Tower, Skyla, Twist Mountain, Bryson, Dragon Spiral.
Celestial. So that's the thing about it is I'm not sure because of the fact that,
your order is different and
my story's different.
Yeah, never mind. You might not have to do Celestial.
Mm-hmm. What if my Charge Stone's actually not that hard?
That would be
I would love
a blessing.
That'd be amazing. I'd be kind of mad.
Just in the same way that you were mad that for me to navigate the desert and find the fossils in Gen 3, and you had to do all of the crazy biking stuff in Emerald.
Yeah, you did.
A little bit. It's okay though, because I learned how to use the bike in Gen 3.
Very proud of you. Good job. Good job.
Is that what the acro bike versus the
mock bike?
Mock bike.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to use the acro bike, but
the hopping.
There is a video that proves that I learned how to use the mock bike.
Nice.
Yes. Very good work.
I'm really glad that I haven't had to deal with any bike jumps at all this gen.
Yep.
Because that was rough in Platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to move 1 space over this? Oh, I need to move 3 spaces over this? Where do I start? Where's my...
Absolutely no clue how to shift.
And then you sprint, you're about to hit it, encounter. You're like...
I know, I hate that.
Yep, it was really bad.
What do I do?
Trying to get the freaking Gibble last gen.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to go into that like back cave under the thing, and you have to like do all these jumps to get all the items. I don't think you actually need to, because I think there's a chance of encountering him anywhere in there.
Yeah, I think I walked in. It was the first thing.
Great.
But I went to the back anyway, because I wanted Earthquake.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I did follow your advice, and I went to the bottom of Twisted Mountain, and I got...
You got Flash Cannon?
I got Flash Cannon.
Very nice.
I like how there's that guy.
Great.
I do really appreciate this about Pokemon, right? And I was talking to someone actually was talking to a professor in my program who was like telling me about the Nintendo seal of approval or whatever that they put on games. And like there's basically they try to make sure that the experience is like a really good and thoroughly like checked over experience for the player. Which I feel like a lot of times is not always super apparent. But there's a guy that you talk to down near the flash cannon that says something to you like, oh man, like, I bet you could find some really good items down here or something. And if you didn't talk to him, you wouldn't necessarily push on, but I talked to him and I was like, oh, there must be something good. Mm-hmm. And so I went down and of course you find flash cannon at the bottom. And I really appreciate like those little moments where the game is like, hey.
You should probably keep looking. Yeah. Here's a little hint. Yeah.
And it's not like, hey, go down the stairs and you'll find flash cannon.
I dropped a TM somewhere around.
Oh, okay, that was dumb as hell in Gen 4.
What was the move, too?
Rock
climb?
It was rock climb. It was HM for rock climb. Yeah. They had to make it disgustingly obvious because you needed rock climb to proceed.
But why doesn't he just give me rock climb?
Because he dropped it in the snow, Peter. He's clumsy.
I lost it somewhere out there. Of course, I'm like, fuck. It's lost in this blizzard. Gone forever.
In the deep snow.
2 inches away.
Yeah. You know what I'm also glad that they've seemed to have done away with? Swamps and like deep snow.
Oh, thank God.
And things that just hinder movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the tightrope walks on the way to Celestial Tower were bad enough.
Oh, yeah. I jumped off of those so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Walking through the grass.
In my stream from yesterday, or maybe the day before, you can literally hear me say, yeah, you gotta be pretty careful on these or else you'll fall off, and then I immediately fall off.
Oh. You foreshadowing things that are about to happen. I think I texted you about this with Skyla's gym.
Yeah.
Where you say, wow, the camera angle is really not doing you any favors in solving this gym, as you see the path that you're supposed to take in the bottom third of the screen. Because you're like, I don't know. You kept going in the same cannons back and forth, and I was like, right there.
That was so bad. I'm just going back and forth like, what the hell? Like, I know I'm supposed to do something else.
And that's why that guy's like, you can enter them from any side.
Right.
I was just like,
Well, I'm like trying to push the fences out of the way and like sneak into the
Is that what that was?
What? Yeah.
I thought you were looking for a hidden entrance.
No, I kept trying to like push the barriers around so I could get through. The worst part about that gym is it shows you very clearly where you're headed because there's like the rings and stuff that you get fired through with the cannons, and I was like, I don't know how to get there.
Until you hit a wall.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
That was actually funny.
Break every bone in your body.
Yeah.
Nurse Joy.
That's how Skylar wins.
Help me. What if the healthcare in Pokemon World is only free for Pokemon?
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet that they're a very particular like healthcare system over there for them. Because it's a Pokemon center.
It's true.
Yeah, it's not a human center.
It's not a human center.
Damn.
Well, humans don't have any conflict. Humans use Pokemon to solve their conflicts, so no one ever gets hurt.
Whatever, N.
True. Oh my gosh.
You're such a 7 sage.
He's king!
I know he is.
As soon as I said that, I was like, oh my gosh, is that a spoiler here?
No,
you find that out before Alessa.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tells you. Which was a cool moment when he just steps forward and it cuts to a different, like, it's a cutscene of him stepping forward.
Yeah. I do think with the story, I think it's cool that they came up with something kind of original. It's like, yeah, it's a team plasma, but it's like very different than the teams have looked in the past. Where like basically every team on some level was like stealing people's Pokemon and stuff. Except for like Magma and Aqua, which I thought were like kind of unique.
Mm-hmm.
Gary didn't steal Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Gary.
In Gen 1?
Oh, wait. Hold up. Wrong. Sorry. Rocket.
They
didn't really steal.
In Gen 1.
I think they did.
There was Pokemon selling going on, and they were getting them from somewhere, because the casino, the rewards were all stolen Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've appreciated that they tried to make like kind of a unique story with this one. I also kind of feel like they're doing a little too much with the story sometimes, but whatever. I'll take it.
I think they're doing well.
The majority of my stream today was flying from city to city to follow up the plot line.
Great. Mm-hmm. So I do need Ducklet.
I mean, you could walk. You could walk it. It's not bad.
It'll make your life easier to keep Ducklet.
I did my walking with the lakes. I am not walking anymore.
The furthest back on the walking that you'd have to go for this is Nakreen City. So, like...
I don't even remember where that is.
It's across the first big bridge. It was the normal type gym. Gym 2.
Yep.
Whoa. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's the furthest back you'd have to walk, and then forward to continue the plot.
I'm not
and go to the next city.
Then fly. Then get
fly.
your Ducklet and fly.
Yeah.
Just for that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, guys, I have to cut away.
All good.
So.
That was the end of my remarks on Gen 5.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'll do a quick wrap. Thanks for watching. If you're watching tonight, our Sunday update. This was May 30th. We have one day left in May. Some of us will probably spill into June a little bit. That's okay. Mm-hmm. Please join us next week, June 6th, for our next update. And for me Cam had a stream earlier. I might have a stream late tonight if I'm awake. I'm just trying to get through the next gym. Mm-hmm. But Stream Memorial Day weekend continues tomorrow because I will have a Monday morning stream trying to get through some more stuff.
I'll have an evening one.
Oh, yeah.
I might do afternoon then.
Oh! 3 streams in a day?
Yay!
That would be fire type. Cool. Sirmina's disgusted. So we gotta wrap this. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.